Hi, this is Dr. Coggeshall, and I am Entrepreneur. I want to tell you about a project that came to my desk the other day. And that was from a guy who invented a car cover. Now, we've all seen car covers. I've owned a few. I'm sure you've owned a few. But this guy claims that his is different beyond anything you can imagine, because he says it's an automatic, but it's not really quite an automatic kind of car cover. What it does is when you cover the car, it will automatically kind of somewhat seal it, tighten it up with a drawstrings type thing. And it will, once you kind of unfold it, it will suck it back into this little box that you have to put in your trunk, or you have to put on the back of your bike, or wherever you have to put it. And I kind of looked at that and I go, And here's the biggest issue. He made it silver, so it kind of looks like, when it's over the top of a car, kind of looks like a tinfoil over a potato. So it's not very appealing, right? And well, it has aspects of being able to heat off the ice and the snow. I said, oh, that's always a good idea. But I also told him, I said, you can also have the stuff that you can spray on fabric that won't allow water to stay on it, will roll off. The same thing applies with snow. It will roll off. Everything will, do the same thing that he's trying to create with his product. But the kicker was this. So I wasn't interested, and I was just nice. I said, that's not up my alley. There's nothing I can do for you. I'm not going to waste your time and money, and nor am I interested in buying it, because he kind of thought that I would buy it from him. But I said, no, that ain't going to happen. So I just left it at that. I kind of just put it aside. Then he calls me back up. Well, I haven't heard from you. Well, you did hear from me. I told you I wasn't interested, but I guess I didn't make myself clear. So he was then trying to push it on me again. And I said to him, I said, look, this is why I'm not interested. Because he would tell me, I got all these people that want to buy it. I said, great. Get invoices. Get something. Get somebody to actually put in writing that they're going to take 25 or 100 or 1,000 of these units, or what have you. Or he was trying to deal with Canadian Tire or something like this. I said, get them to, write up an invoice on it. Take an invoice on it. And then you can borrow against that if you're needing money, because you actually have, a deal. I said, the issue that I see is that you have a problem closing the deals. You get people interested, but you have not been able to train yourself or train your people how to close it, how to get it done, how to get them to commit to something. Because without that, you have nothing. I mean, you can go out there and make the greatest thing in the world, and oftentimes bring it back to the same person that claimed that he loved it, and he won't buy it, because they're just trying to be nice to you, or they do think it's a great idea, but just not for them. There's so many variables in life that happen, and people get caught up in the would-be's, could-be's, and should-be's, and ifs, and whats, and maybes, that they don't realize that they need to focus on what is, not about what could be. And that's the biggest thing that kind of young businesses or entrepreneurs that don't know how to manage or put together proper business plans and things like this. But these are things that they face. But the worst thing about all of it was, and I guess he got all mad at me and hung up, which was fine. And I was trying to be nice to him. I talk to people like this. I know the other stuff that I do, I'm a little hot-headed, but I'm not hot-headed with people, especially with business, because that's their baby. It's like telling somebody they got an ugly kid. That's not a nice thing to do. So I just questioned him on this. I said, look, you told me you spent $500,000 on this product so far. What do you have to show for $500,000? Well, we had to have engineering. Well, okay. I looked at the product. I told the guy, I said, look, I got 13 years as a tooling and jig building at Boeing and working government projects. I said, it doesn't cost that much to build what you got there. Well, we had to do this. Well, we had to do that. I said, nothing of what you're telling me. Oh, we had to shoot a video. Okay. We had to make a prototype. Okay. But prototype, there's no way in hell, no way, ever, that it can even cost you 50 grand to produce that. It just can't, unless you're just one of these types of people that give it to somebody and then, say, well, come back to, I don't know. I just, it's like insane. So I told him, I said, so if you're wanting me to find investors for you for a few $1 million or what have you, I said, you're already showing me you don't even have the ability to manage your money to this point. So why would anybody give you any more money? And do you know how often that happens with companies? They mismanage money. They get money from investors, poor people, right? They get money from these investors and they just piss it away. And it's like you have to really understand how to manage money. Manage money, manage time. That's the biggest issues that most businesses have but don't know how to solve. And the biggest thing is that somebody like me, I'll come along and yes, I'm polite and I'm nice, but I'm also not your mother. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. And I'm going to charge you for that too. And I'm sorry you're at a point to where you're kind of frustrated and you may be low on funds because you squandered all your funds that you had prior to. And now you're finally realizing that out, and now you need somebody like me to help you organize and put things together. So that's the life of being an entrepreneur, and that's the life of being a kind of a consultant too at the same time, because you have to balance this issue of personality conflicts, and people that get so attached to something that they're not able to see the forest. They're too close to the tree, So anyways, that's a little one of my vlogs for today for I Am Entrepreneur, so you know, I guess, what I deal with. And maybe if you're going through that situation, or if you can step back and see that you might be heading down that road, it might be a good idea to start changing it and turn the ship, because you're hitting a proverbial iceberg and you will sink. And when you call somebody like me and I tell you that I want, a certain amount of money, which is, usually close to what you're doing anyways, so that you not take offense to it, and you just understand that I'm really trying to help you out and make sure you don't hit that iceberg, and that you make that ship sail, and as soon as you possibly can, you can double your fleet or triple your fleet or do whatever you need to do to build your business. Because that's what I enjoy in life. I like seeing people succeed. I like seeing companies succeed. And by your company succeeding, you employ people. That means they're happy. That means their wives are happy, or their kids are happy, or whomever's happy. The guy that sold them a car is happy. The guy that sold them a house is happy. The contractor that built the house is happy. Now his wife and his kids are happy. That's the way this world works. But you have to be smart about it all. Anyways, Dr. Cox Show signing out. Have a good day.